Okay, now we're going to do dividing algebraic terms. So when you're dividing algebraic terms, you divide the numbers as normal, and then we'll have a look at the polynomials. So let's have a look at this first one here. We've got 6. We've got 6 divided by 3. Well, 6 divided by 3 is 2. And the m, which is just sitting here, it's just part of it. There's nothing to divide the m with, it's just m. And so we have that as the answer. Next one, let's do the numbers as normal first. So we've got 12 divided by 3. There they are. 12 over 3 is 4. And now with the polynomials though, we do have something that we need to consider, because we've got a p on the top. Here's the p on the top and a p on the bottom. So when we have something divided by itself, it just cancels out. 20 divided by 20 is 1. 6 divided by 6 is 1. P divided by p is 1. So they just disappear. And so what are we left with? Just the q. Okay, next one. Have a look here. We've got the 15 divided by 3. Let's do the numbers first. 15 over 3 is 5. And then with the pronumerals, we've got the same pronumeral on top as the bottom, so they cancel out. M divided by n is 1. It just disappears. There's no pronumeral to consider, so the answer is just 5. Now, last one. We've got to do the numbers first. And this one's slightly different. We've got 20 over 15. Now, that doesn't go to a nice whole number, but it does go to a nice fraction, because we know that 5 goes into 20 4 times and 5 goes into 15 3 times. So it remains as a fraction of 4 over 3, which is quite a nice fraction as far as fractions go. Now, with the pronumerals, this time we just have to look a little bit more carefully. The q is down here on the bottom, and that's important. We need to notice if the q is on the bottom, we need to remember that. Now, let's go back to the p's. We've got a p on the top and a p on the bottom. They cancel out. So the p's disappeared, but the q remains. But where is the q? It's on the bottom. So we leave it on the bottom. And there's the answer. Okay, so let's pause it. You guys try these 4 questions yourself, and then you can unpause it and see how you went. So, okay, you pause it. You've given them all a go. Let's see how you went. 8a over 4. So we've got 8 divided by 4 is 2. And then there's the a. There's nothing to do with that number. Okay, next one. The numbers. 14 over 7 is also 2. But which pronumerals do we need to consider? The p goes with the p. There's a q on the top and a q on the bottom. So you have to go. What are we left with just sitting by itself? There's just an r and it's on the top, so it stays on the top. Next one. We've got some numbers here to consider. Minus 10 divided by 2. Now remember, when you're dividing by a negative number, it's just you divide as normal. So if there's one negative in the question, there'll be a negative answer. So negative 10 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So it's minus 5. And then we've got an a on the top and an a on the bottom. They cancel out. So there's nothing, no pronumerals left in that one. Last one. Okay, we've got 12 over 18 is the number. Now that's not a nice whole number. 12 over 18, but 6 goes into 12 twice. 6 goes into 18 3 times. So this is a 2 over 3. Simplifies to a nice fraction. Now, what happens with the pronumerals? There's an n on the top and an n on the bottom. It goes. We're left with just an n. Where is the n? It's on the top, so it stays on the top. That's it. You're done.